Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today with some MLB The Show 18. We got our first roster updates prediction video of the season. Third year now. I think we're going third or fourth. Is this third year? I think this is third year we're going on it. And I feel like we learn something new every single year. And hopefully by now we about got it locked down to as best as we can possibly do it. I want to do my best to go out there and show you guys that can not only get upgrades from bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to diamond. And yes, we do have some gold to diamond prospects in here. We'll call them prospects. I'm saving for you guys, but hopefully I can, offer as much insight as possible into helping you guys with players as well, because there are a lot of guys who do have a potential of seeing upgrades this week. Guys like Patrick Corbin that are already 480 stubs. I guess, I don't know, somebody must have talked about him or mentioned him, or I don't know, something happened because he spiked in one day, but he's at that price now. You look, 400 stubs. That's too much for me. It's one start away for guys like Patrick Corbin from going from getting an upgrade to having one bad outing to not seeing any at all. And you go from paying 400 stubs to he's down to about 50 or 60 stubs again. So that's a big guy that I avoid, because even if he does go silver, I don't even know if he goes for 400 stubs. So that's a little pricey for me. There's another guy I wanted to bring up real quick before we started to get the guys that could see upgrades, maybe to save you guys a buck or two. And that is Jed Lowry. Now, Jed Lowry, he's about at 375. The thing I don't like about Jed Lowry is, yes, he needs a +1 for an upgrade. His hitting's bronze. It's possible to see it, but he's 33 years old. Jed Lowry's been in the league for a long time. He's one of those guys, SDS might wait more than a month to see if he's worthy of an upgrade. It might take him longer than that just because he's been around so long, and he is a guy that I could likely see just, dropping. He could have a bad week, bad 2 weeks, and he's going to stay right there to 74 raw and at 200, 375 stubs. Again, that could be a waste of stubs. I think he's overpriced. Even if he does go silver, it's another one of those guys, like you look at some of these silvers, do you think he really goes, the way silvers are right now, some of them are a little pricey still, but do I think he goes for that much? It's a tough call. You can gamble at it. It's still possible you could make some coins, but the risk reward, I want to try to get you guys the best reward, lowest risk here with, with your stubs, obviously, because some people don't have a lot of stubs. Me right now, I have 4K because I have the tendency to buy a whole bunch of players and, just let them sit in my inventory and never use them and stuff. But that's kind of why I'm at that price right now. You're like, look at this guy's got no coins. And I had a lot of stubs at one point in time. And then, there was Vados, and I had to buy a bunch of Cespedeses. I don't even know why I bought a bunch of Cespedeses. I mean, I think I do know why, because he's a great fielder and he's just going to start, killing the baseball. And he'll get that diamond bump. It's kind of what I was hoping with right there. And he's only 4K at the time. But anyway, continuing on. Dansby Swanson, 12 homers, 2 RBIs, 12 runs on the season. Batting .329. And we bring up his stats and we look. Hitting is common. Poor Dansby. We know he started off rough. Was it last year? I think that was it. He started off rough. I think I picked him up. Fantasy dropped him. Go figure, right? Typical fantasy baseball move by me. But now he's hitting. He's hitting really well right now, and he's young. A theme you're going to find about a lot of these guys I'm giving upgrades is he's still very young. Young guys can see them upgrades a lot easier than some of them older guys can. He needs a +4. I think he can get a +4, though, and at 92 stubs, not a bad buy at all. He could be a surprise when that goes silver, make some guys a quick coin. Then moving over to some silver guys who could possibly go gold, we got Mitch Haniger. Look at this guy, bronze hitting and bronze fielding. That's bronze. The fielding's bronze right there. I've seen so much worse. Anyway, 8 home runs. 23 RBIs, 324 average on the season. Another guy, like I said, young guy, hasn't been in the league long, hasn't played a full season yet. Definitely has that potential to go out there and see quite a few upgrades. And at a 76 overall, +4, I don't know, it might not be too much of a reach for him. It's possible. I do want to say, I can't guarantee any of these guys get upgrades. I like the possibilities of these guys getting upgrades, but I'm not going to go out there and tell you guys these guys are guaranteed upgrades. I don't work for SDS. Gamble at your own risk. I'm interested in buying them, though. Speaking of interested, by the way, how about my red, X-Red, Johnny C? He struggled last season. He was diamond at one point, though. Don't forget that. This guy was a diamond. That's a big deal going from one year to the next when you're out there with a 0.35 ERA, 23K, 0.65 whip on the season. Johnny's having a great season so far, boys. Hopefully he can hold that up. I don't know if he ever goes back to that diamond, but I think it's very easy to see this guy go back to a gold. And what is he, 800 some, goes to a gold, 1,000. Still a couple hundred on the quick sell if I can speak properly here today. Next up we have is Javier Baez. I can't believe this guy's on my fantasy team. I was looking at his stats, I was like, huh, he's on my team. My team's so freaking bad. I am terrible at fantasy baseball. Don't take fantasy baseball tips from me. 292 on the season though, 7 homers, 23 RBIs. As you can tell, great in the field. Not so great in the hitting. You can see some hitting bumps. And the thing I really like about Javier Baez, I think I like SDS, is they really go in depth. like I said, I've been learning over the years. They go in mad depth when they go to upgrading some of these guys. Some guys have reasons for it that don't make sense. Like Jose Brady, why he never gets an upgrade, I don't know. Still, guy bats 30 home runs, 300. Come on. Anyway, 360 versus righties this year for Javier Baez. You can tell right here, his stats versus righties are weak. 360 is great. I think he has a very good chance. You bump that up, you can see a plus 10, plus 11 on that righty contact power stuff. You don't know. It's hard telling. It's plenty, though, I'd have to say, to get him from a 78 to an 80. He already is 1,000, but I think you could still get hyped up a little bit here. Maybe go for 1,500, 2K. Double your coins still possible. If not, you quick sell him for 1,000, you lose nothing, right? I mean, he's 1,000 for 1,000. Again, a guy I love, the low risk, high reward type of guy here, if he does indeed go gold. Next up here is probably not much of a surprise to any of you guys, and that is going over here to the Phillies and finding Rhys Hoskins. He's already 1,300. But he's a young stud. The thing I like about Rhys Hoskins the most, other than the fact that his contact's a little low for a guy batting over 300 on his season fielding, is a little bit of a concern. One error this year, you know, all that other fun stuff. Leads the league in on base percentage, though, so that discipline could go up a little bit. That's pretty good already as it is. But what I like about Rhys Hoskins is he's got that Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger effect. That's what I'm going to call it. I want to call it the Judge effect or something. He's got that hype behind him. A lot of people are looking at it. A lot of people are watching him. You look at Cody Bellinger, you look at Aaron Judge. Bellinger's like 10K already right now, batting 260 on the season. That's not diamond worthy, but he's got that, it's that effect, man. People love the guys. They're young studs. They want to invest in them. They think they're going to be great. Rhys Hoskins is that kind of guy. He's 1,300. He goes gold. You're like, oh, he's 1,300. That's well over gold price. Guy like Rhys Hoskins goes gold, though, and I think he's, you know, he's a 4 or 5K kind of player if he keeps hitting the way he is. So I think that kind of price for him right there is tremendous. All right, boys. It's time for the good stuff. We got diamond player predictions, and I do want to say right now, I'm not in the same boat with these diamond players as I am with the rest of these. I think they have chances of upgrades. I'm not going to say they're locks for upgrades like those guys were. I still think they have their chances. First guy we got here is Justin Verlander. 84 overall. He needs a +1, boys. A little +1. Why'd you hit the B button? You didn't have to do that. Fielding is sick. Good thing he's a pitcher. 1.10 ERA. 32 innings pitched. 39 Ks. Well over a strikeout per game. 0.77 whip. Also a good stat. 35 years old. He had a great season last year, if you remember. That's the reason he's a gold as he is. Like I said, the thing I don't like about pitchers and diamonds early in the season, you know, you play 4 or 5 games. That's all they've got so far. So SDS might be a little less trigger happy, but at the same time, it's a +1. He only needs a +1. It's Justin Verlander, man. Is that the Kate Upton guy? I'd be playing good with Kate Upton. He's already 9K. We already brought it up, though. The diamond effect early, or we didn't bring it up in this video, but the diamond effect early in seasons, when a guy gets a diamond early, you see it tend to go up a little bit more than later in the year. So maybe that 10K, he's still 20, 25, 30K sometime down the road if he keeps pitching the way he is. We have one last player, and again, like I said, these are far from locks. I'm not going to call them like mad stretches, but I'm trying to find guys that I think at the same time can indeed get updates for you guys, so you guys do have somebody to buy. So next on the list is my good friend, JD Martinez. A +3 is what he needs. And I stopped and I looked at him. He's a diamond hitter. He's going to be a diamond hitter. The guy's a stud. Could he see an upgrade in his stats offensively wise? There's a possibility he sees a small, mild update. What I'm looking at, though, is the fielding stats. The reason this guy's not a diamond is his fielding. That's obvious. He's got a bronze 47 on the fielding. He shouldn't be a 47 on the fielding, though. That's my problem with it. He had 4 errors last season, 4, which is not terrible. It's not fantastic, but it's not that bad. He's got none on the season so far this year, a month into the season. If they look at fielding and they find a reason to give this guy a bump and it's fielding, he's got a pretty good chance to see that go from bronze to silver, silver to gold, whatever. And maybe that's a +3. Like I said, I'm reaching a little bit for him. He's no doubt a diamond hitter. I wouldn't worry about his price going down too much because of the way he does hit all season. But it's all about the fielding at the end of the day. If he wants to see an upgrade, he's one of those guys. He's almost stuck where he's at if the fielding doesn't go up. But as long as he's fielding well, hopefully SDS acknowledges that. I mean, this guy used to have, I mean, he does, I guess. I shouldn't say used to. Guy has an arm on him. The guy had like 15 assists multiple seasons in a row. The guy is worth a better fielding rating than what he's got. But those are my diamond predictions. And JD Martinez, too, 5K. You can't beat 5K for a guy like JD Martinez. If he would get that upgrade, they'd have a little bit of a shock factor on guys jumping in to buy him. But those are the guys I think could see upgrades this week. What do we have? Roster updates probably every other week. Still, we'll try to keep a video every other week if that's what they do this year. Otherwise, though, guys, if there's other guys you guys thought were going to see upgrades, go ahead and comment down below. We can talk about it if you want. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.